Good morning from Miami. So we are going on a cruise. I'm sure the title gave it away. This was like a very somewhat last minute plan. We were originally going on a different trip, different family vacation to the Caribbean, and then things came up, plans changed. So instead we're doing a dream cruise, which I'm very excited about. The Dream is my favorite ship, and Amanda's only been on the Fantasy. So it'll be a new ship for her. It's very similar, but I like the Dream more. And it's a 5-night. Most of the time before the Dream moved to Miami, 5 nights included 2 stops at Castaway. We only have 1, which is a little unfortunate, but it'll still be nice to visit Castaway. And we have the Wish sailing coming up in a little bit as well, so we'll still be back. But it's going to be Castaway Cay, a couple days at sea, and then a stop at Cozumel, which we did last year. So a little similar itinerary, but I'm just excited to be back on the ship again. We don't know what dining or tasting or anything we have yet, so we'll figure all that out when we get on board. Our boarding group has been called. It's definitely a slower process here in Miami compared to Puerto Canaveral. So it's about 12:30 and or it was 12:30 when we started boarding. It's now 12:40-ish. No, they probably started about 12:15. That's a lot. It's been a little longer than 10 minutes of boarding, but it's definitely much later than they typically board. But there's the bridge going on to the atrium. We'll be there any minute now. I already see some people up on deck. We will be boarding. The rooms are typically starting to be ready around 1, which is in 20 or 30 minutes or so. So the room probably won't be ready, or will be ready fairly soon, like definitely sooner than normal because we're boarding late. But we typically go straight to the sit-down lunch, which is an Animator Palate. So that'll probably be our first stop, but I think you still do that like a bridged muster drill station where you just check in from the app, which is so much easier.
Please welcome aboard the Mayor and Richard family.
Captain Mickey.
Tasty Dream, please welcome aboard the juice.
We have completed the mandatory muster drill, which again is kind of modified. You just, as soon as you board, head to it, scan the sign on your app, check in with crew.
Checked in with your station already?
Yes.
Okay, this way. If you want to go lunch, this way.
We are all done now. Now we're going to head down to lunch. Moment of appreciation for the sparkling Mickey flooring. Some portals, of course. Heading in for the first sit-down meal of the cruise. Ready for my empanada.
Hello, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Here is a look at the bread that we just got. It looks tasty. We got, looks like some normal rolls, and maybe, they didn't really tell us what they are, but they do look good. And then, of course, some butter to go with them. We are starting off lunch with the empanada. This is my appetizer, and then an entree as well. I already know that we have Royal Palace for dinner tonight, which is a 4-course meal, so I can't go too crazy with lunch, but this empanada is an absolute must every cruise. Here is a look at the entrees. So I got the penne pasta with goat cheese that I get on every cruise. It is very tasty. And then Amanda started with something a little bit lighter. So she went and got a Caesar salad. And I think it's grilled chicken, right?
It should be, yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. And finally for dessert, I had to start off with the sundae, which I've never actually had. I always get the cheesecake, but it is the Welcome Aboard sundae with vanilla ice cream, butter, scotch, sauce, and a Mickey Anchor chocolate. The rooms are now ready, so we came over to our cabin here, 10/6/20. They give you your room key at the door now.
There's just one in here.
Oh, that's a problem. Alright, well let's go in then. I guess I have to stop down somewhere. Okay. look at a room key. Here is our stateroom. If you saw our vlogs from before, it looks exactly the same. Got the bed, the sofa which can convert into a bed. Now the bed drops down from that wall section right there. Ceiling bed. Our fun little nautical artwork.
I don't recall having that in the
Some have it, some don't. We had a chair instead. So it just depends on what room you have. If it sleeps, I guess 5 or 4, I believe. Then we got, of course, the TV. We got our gifts for being Castaway Club. So I am Platinum, Amanda is Silver officially, so that's exciting. And they got a brand new, really nice Platinum gift. So it is a... That's yours. So that's a cooler bag. Very cool. I'll be using that for Castaway because I did not bring a beach bag. And then, of course, your mirror. All of your different storage with the mini fridge in here. It actually looks like they swapped them out. Those look like new fridges. So that's interesting. Got the desk, of course, with your outlets. All the different light switch controls. More storage down here. We got some cabinets with shelves, all kinds of places to store your stuff. A couple glasses if you need to use those in the stateroom. Of course, I'm opening it the wrong way.
Oh my gosh!
There's the pole flying.
I almost got
We got our veranda with a very lovely view of the parking garage of Miami. We of course have our 2 chairs and the table. And then I did skip the bathroom. So let's head back there. We got our lovely artwork of the 4 ships. Now the Wish is currently on the maiden voyage as we speak. So this is out of date now, but that's okay. Now Amanda has the 1 room key since I don't have one, so I can't turn the lights on. So we'll show it again later, but half of your bathroom, of course, with the split bathroom set up on the cruise ship. So you got your toilet in the left bathroom. Right bathroom has a second sink, and then your shower slash tub. Apparently that's called a tower now. Rainfall shower, which is very nice. And then of course your closets over here on the right when you first enter the room. Lots of hangers. They got the ladder if you use that ceiling bed. And then we always use these shelves for shoes and miscellaneous clothing, and then some information on where your assembly station is as well. I did want to show, we were just playing around with the TV a little bit, and they have completely updated the system, probably to kind of coincide with the Wish coming. Oh, Captain Marvel! So yeah, basically there's a whole new TV system, which we did not have on the Fantasy last year. So I don't know if the whole fleet's been updated, or if they're rolling it out across the ships, but this is definitely new to us. So you have a nice new splash screen, it shows your names. You have, of course, the Disney Dream with different characters that go by, your stateroom number, the time, the date, and then all different options from here. So you can, of course, watch TV as normal. They still have Disney On Demand with hundreds, maybe not hundreds, but a lot of movies to pick from that you can watch built into the TV. They now have a My Disney Cruise option where you can check the balance of your stateroom for your charges. You can look at deck plans and ship information. They also have ports of call, so some information about where your cruise is going, and then the daily navigator on your TV as well, which again, very convenient, and this was not available before. Which, I mean, all of this is available on your app, of course, but being able to pull up the whole navigator from here is pretty sweet. So I'm very impressed that they made this update, and it's a very welcome change on the older ships as well. We are back in the room. We got our luggage, so we're currently unpacking. But we did go up to the pool deck, and my parents got a beer package for the room, but my dad and I also got our beer mugs, so super fun. You buy the beer mug basically from any of the bars, and then you can refill it throughout the cruise at a discounted price. It's got, of course, the cruise line logo. And if you buy it outdoors at the pool deck, it will be this blue plastic version, or if you fill it from one of the lounges or bars inside, they give you a glass one, and you can swap it out. They can give you a little coin, like a paper coin type thing that you can put in your lanyard if you don't want to have to carry the actual mug around, and then you can then turn that in whenever you want to get another refill, and keep doing that throughout the entire cruise, and then choose if you want to take a coin home at the end to bring on a future cruise, or if you want to, of course, take back the beer mug that you purchased. So I got a bourbon barrel ale from the Currents bar up by the adult deck, and we'll, of course, be showing all the different parts of the ship throughout the cruise. I just didn't bring up the camera since I was not planning on getting this quite yet, but we did venture around. We took a quick look at cabanas. Amanda got some ice cream.
I did get ice cream.
So
Got ginger ale.
we'll be back up on the deck for the sailaway party. So that's coming up soon. Amanda's first sailaway party.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm very happy it's back. It's going to be good. They have good music. So we just listened to the emergency drill. So if you were on a cruise pre-pandemic, it was probably very different. So you used to go to your muster station. They would show you how to put your life jacket on and review all the material while you were in those very packed lines around the ship. They don't do that anymore, which I much prefer the new system. So when you board the ship, you immediately go to your muster station. You check in via the app and you scan the sign to prove that you attended the station, and they go over the information with you there, and then they sound the ship's alarm at, what time is it? 3:30? No, 4:15. 4:15. I already forget what time it is. And they go over all of it via TV now. So it's just a lot nicer. You don't have to be packed in. Ooh, we have an announcement, but it's almost time for sail away.
Crazy eyes, you out to have
saw the golden Mickeys for the first time.
Stuff into my something. It was good.
It was something. That's a good review.
No, I liked it.
It is a good show. We haven't seen it in a while since they did not offer it when we were on the Fantasy last year. But tonight's dinner is at Royal Palace. So that's where we're headed. It is a good one. I'm looking forward to my French onion soup, my filet, and most importantly, the souffle. That is a priority. And we're going to meet our server team. That's exciting. Down here in the atrium is all kinds of activity. They did have some live performers earlier. They have some photo backdrops, which we didn't end up getting the photo packages here, so we're not going to be taking photos daily like we did last time. We may take some and we can always buy individuals, but we don't have the photo package. But it looks like Ariel is doing some meet and greets, and then of course, right past the Admiral Donald statue is the entrance into Royal Palace, and that is going to be dinner for tonight. Palace, our bread for the night is an herb brioche bread, and then to go with it we have an olive spread and of course some butter balls. It's going to be delicious. Here is course number 1 at the Royal Palace. I got the fried brie. That's what I have every time here. It is very tasty. Amanda got the French onion soup, but I'll be getting it as well, so I'll show it when it comes out. She got started. I'm sure it tastes good.
It's good, yeah. I just couldn't wait.
And then my dad as well has the escargot. So there's a look at that. And again, I'll be getting the French onion soup. I got 2 appetizers because I love them both. And we did get some more brioche bread because it's so tasty. Appetizer number 2. Here's a look at that French onion soup. I got it, my brother got it, my mom got it. Amanda already had it. She brought up an extra. My mom's having a second one. Everyone's a fan. And then my dad got the farmhouse salad. There's a look at that. Everything's been very good so far. Here's a look at our entrees from the Royal Palace. So we got 3 of us at the table here at the filet. So here's a look at that. It came with some béarnaise sauce. Looks delicious. That's what I get every time. Amanda changed it up and got the tuna salad.
It's just kind of ahi tuna and some like French word that I don't know. But yeah, yes. And so it's tuna and then like iceberg and spinach and then potato. I think that's a potato.
Okay.
Tomato, olive, carbonated.
And then my dad got the crusted salmon. Here is a look at dessert. Of course, we had to get the Grand Marnier souffle. It's my absolute favorite dessert on the cruise. Amanda got it as well. It was delicious. And then my dad, brother, and mom all got the strawberry shortcake sundae. That is going to be the end of night number 1. Had a very filling dinner.
Very good. I think that's one of my favorite menus. Entrees and stuff that
yes,
but
that
we'll
souffle.
See. Yeah,
it is definitely probably my favorite all-around meal. I will say Animator's Palate has really good appetizers.
Yeah, for every time that we went to Animator's Palate, the last cruise we went on, I felt sick, so I went back to the room. So I did not get to try like any food from Animator's Palate. They did bring me back the food that I ordered when I went up to the room, but I was just like, I couldn't eat it. I just left it. So hopefully this time I can be able to
try it for the first time. So that's the goal. We have Animators tomorrow night actually. So hopefully Amanda will get to try it.
Good. Yeah, I've been trying everything to like not be like nauseous or seasick.
Yeah, Amanda's trying out a relief band.
Yeah, the relief band, it's been really, really helpful. Like, it's a weird sensation.
It's like an electronic kind of version of C-bands.
Yeah, I'm still wearing my C-bands, but now I wear the relief band on top of that. It's charging right now, but it has really good battery. Like, it's been pretty much fully charged all day, and I think it's been helping.
Whatever it takes.
I think it's good. I think it's worth it. I can't speak. It is expensive, I think.
I think.
This specific model, it's like the sports.
Yeah, so we ended up
band.
getting it because my dad gets a little bit of motion sickness on some rides at Disney World, and then Amanda gets sick on the cruise, at least on the last cruise, so we invested in one so that everyone has it for different reasons.
Yeah.
So far it's been working, so that's definitely a good sign. Had a really good first day on the ship. Again, the first day is always kind of rushed. There's just a lot to explore and do on the first day, even though, you know, we've only been on the ship for a few hours. So we got to see the gold Mickeys.
Yeah, that was good. I think we briefly talked about it.
And a little bit.
Walking to dinner.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen any of the other cruise videos, you are not allowed to take any cameras into the Walt Disney Theater. You cannot film, you cannot take photos of any of the Broadway productions. So, no footage of those, but
it was
they're
good.
very well done.
Yeah, it was very well done, very cute, very, very Disney.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's my favorite of the shows, but it's
No.
definitely a good,
It
like,
has a good
first night
message,
show.
Yeah.
So that was good. Of course, we had a good lunch. We finally had the sailaway party, which they didn't have the last time we went on the cruise. So I'm glad all of that came back because it's definitely a more exciting way to begin the trip. And then, of course, had a very good dinner at Royal Palace. So it was a very eventful first day. We were up very early this morning, so we had to drive 4 hours to Miami. So it's only like 11 o'clock, which is very early for me to go to bed.
Yeah.
But I'm exhausted.
Me too.
Cannot keep my eyes open. So we're going to go to bed. Tomorrow we're going to be at Castaway Cay, which it's like a weird itinerary because typically for the Dream before it moved to Miami, it used to be if you did a 5-night, which was pretty rare, you had a double dip at Castaway Cay. Now it seems like 5-night is more common or kind of the standard almost for the Dream now because of the Wish taking over the 3 and 4 nights out of Port Canaveral. So we only have one stop at Castaway Cay. Then we have two sea days and a day at Cozumel, which we honestly are probably not going to get off or do much at Cozumel. So tomorrow's our day at Castaway, and then we're kind of just going to have a bunch of days on the ship for the rest of the trip. So we're definitely going to be off tomorrow, exploring Castaway, enjoying our day off of the ship. So we'll be getting up early. We're going to head up to Cabanas, go do whatever we want to do on Castaway for the day. And then I think I have some type of drink seminar with my parents.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a wine tasting.
Turn to STEM or something.
Yeah, so I haven't done that before, so that's tomorrow afternoon. And then Animator's Palate tomorrow night. So a lot of cool stuff coming up tomorrow. Definitely subscribe to see what's going to happen on day 2 of our Dream sailing. And give this video a like if you enjoyed day 1 of the Dream sailing. It feels very good to be back at sea, and Amanda's been feeling better so far, so that's definitely a good sign.
Yes.
We did already stop in the store as well. I kind of bought the stuff that I was concerned may sell out, which was only a couple items. We're trying to not get as much on this cruise since we have the Wish coming up in less than a month, and that's my priority. But we'll take time on one of our sea days to actually show the merchandise. I don't think I'm going to go in as depth as the Fantasy since a lot of it, or at least some of it's the same, but we'll show some of the new stuff that's come out. So keep an eye out for all of that other stuff coming up. We'll have probably 4 more vlogs. It's only day 1 out of 5. So that's all coming soon. But that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and we will see you guys the next time we go to Disney and beyond.